I'm going to continue on now. The next section is the income statement section. All that will go into this section will be expenses in the debit column and your revenue in the credit column. So the first thing that we're going to bring over will be this revenue. So revenue will come over to the income statement credit column, and all of our expenses, so all of these expenses here, will be moved over to over here, okay? Because those are our expenses. As you go a little further down, remember we also have insurance expense down here, and we have depreciation expense here. And so what we have in the income statement section are the revenue accounts and the credit, all of the expense accounts in the debit column. And this one is a contra asset account, so it does not go in the income statement section. So this is blank here. So as we go down to where our totals are at, if we were to total those two, our expenses equal 2,570. Our revenue is 2,520. So because our expenses are bigger than our revenue, we have a net loss. We always want to add the difference of these two columns under the side that has a smaller total. This is a smaller total. The difference is $50, so we're going to write that there. And then you end up at the bottom with them both equaling the larger number, 2,570. Okay, so here I'm going to put these in yellow just to show you that there's a single line above but no double line underneath. But with this, our ending total, this will be a single line above what's in green and a double line underneath. Going on to the balance sheet, everything that's not in the income statement will get moved over to the balance sheet. So what's going to go in the debit column will be all our asset accounts and our drawing account. Those will all get moved to the debit. What will go in the credit column will be our liability accounts, our capital account, and our contra asset accounts. So first of all, we're going to move cash into the balance sheet, and accounts receivable, and the balance of our prepaid insurance is $256, and our equipment account are going to get moved over. Okay, and then our accounts payable will go to the credit side. Our capital account will go to the credit side. Our drawing account will go over here. The revenue expenses don't go here, they went into the income statement. But there's one account down here, this contra asset account down here, this credit, it's going to go over here as a credit because contra asset accounts go in the balance sheet section. So we're going to run a total down here. When we run that total, they're supposed to be different, and the difference when you subtract these two numbers should be the same difference when you subtract these two numbers. The difference between these two numbers is 50. If you subtract these two numbers, the difference is going to be 50. $50 goes under the smaller of these two totals. This is a smaller, so $50 goes here. And then we're going to finish up by adding those two numbers together. So 10,841 plus 50 is 10,891, and you're bringing this one down, and it's added to nothing, so it's the same number as it was before. And I'm going to show these in green to show that they should be single line above and double line underneath. Now this $50 represents a net loss to us because our expenses were greater than our revenue. So we're going to go back over to this same line over here, and we're going to write in net loss to show that's what we had. If our revenue were greater than our expenses, we would have net income written here. And that concludes the worksheet.